If you enjoy a good mystery, you have come to the right place. Today we'll be discussing 3 more of history's most bizarre mysteries. Welcome back to J&M Paranormal. If this is your first time here, thank you for being here. Please do us a favor and consider subscribing, turning on notifications so you don't miss future uploads. For those of you who are returning, thank you for your support. We are rapidly approaching our 1,000 subscriber goal, so stay tuned for a giveaway announcement. Again, we appreciate all of your support. Now, let's get on with the show. The lost colony of Roanoke is one of the most enduring mysteries in American history. Established in 1587 on Roanoke Island, which is the modern-day North Carolina, this was one of the first English attempts to establish a permanent settlement in the New World. Led by Governor John White, the colony consisted of about 115 settlers, including men, women, and children. The Roanoke colony was actually the second attempt to establish settlement on the island. The first, which occurred in 1585, was ultimately abandoned after facing challenges like poor relations with local Native American tribes and difficulties in securing a stable food supply. The 1587 expedition was meant to be a fresh start. Shortly after the establishment of the colony, John White returned to England to secure additional supplies and support. His return to Roanoke was delayed by factors including the Anglo-Spanish War, which made transatlantic travel dangerous. When he finally returned in 1590, he found the settlement deserted. The only clues left behind were the word Croatoan carved into a wooden post and crow carved into a tree. All buildings had been dismantled, suggesting an organized departure. Here are a few theories behind the lost colony of Roanoke. The word Croatoan referred to a Native American tribe as well as an island south of Roanoke, now known as Hatteras Island. One theory posits that the colonists might have integrated with the Croatoan or another local tribe. However, no definitive archaeological evidence supporting this theory has ever been found. During that period, the Spanish were also exploring and settling in the New World. Some have suggested that a Spanish force may have attacked the Roanoke colony. However, no Spanish records confirming this exist. Lack of resources, poor leadership, or diseases could have led the disintegration of the colony. Yet this doesn't explain the complete absence of bodies or other remains. A severe drought or harsh winter could have wiped out the colony, although this does not explain why no remains have ever been found. Given the difficulties they faced at Roanoke, the colonists might have decided to move further inland. However, subsequent expeditions and settlements found no evidence of this. Is it possible they sailed back to England? This is unlikely given that White found no indication that the colonists had access to a seaworthy vessel. Over the years, various digs and studies have been conducted to find evidence of the fate of the Roanoke colonists. These have included archaeological excavations on Roanoke Island, Hatteras Island, and other locations in the region. While some artifacts have been found, nothing definitively linked to the colonists of the lost colony has been identified. Thus, despite ongoing interest and research, the fate of the lost colony of Roanoke remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. The Oak Island mystery refers to the ongoing hunt for a supposed treasure or other valuable artifacts believed to be buried on Oak Island, a privately owned island in Lunenburg County on the south shore of Nova Scotia, Canada. The search for the island's supposed hidden riches has a history spanning over 2 centuries and has resulted in numerous excavations, several fatalities, and considerable financial investment, all without conclusive evidence of the treasure. The Money Pit. The story often begins in 1795 when a teenager named Daniel McGinnis discovered a circular depression on the island. With the help of his friends, he began to dig and reportedly found a layer of flagstones and then a series of wooden platforms at regular intervals beneath the surface. This initial excavation, known as the Money Pit, ignited imaginations and set off more than 2 centuries of treasure hunting. Theories about the treasure. Over the years, a wide range of theories have been proposed about what could be buried on Oak Island. Suggestions include pirate treasure. Some believe that the infamous pirate Captain Kidd hid his treasure there. Another theory suggests that the Knights Templar buried the Holy Grail or Ark of the Covenant on the island. Given the island's proximity to important naval routes, some speculate that the treasure could be booty from naval or privateer operations. Skeptics argue that the so-called Money Pit is a natural sinkhole and that the various wooden layers are just remnants of previous failed excavations or natural phenomena. The Onslow Company, 1804 to 1805, this was one of the first organized excavations. It reached a depth of about 90 feet but was eventually abandoned due to flooding. The Truro Company, from 1849 to 1851, this excavation also faced flooding issues but claimed to have found various artifacts, including a scrap of parchment paper, further fueling the mystery. The Oak Island Association, from 1861 to 1864, another venture that ended in tragedy when the bottom of the pit collapsed, redistributing the layers and making it difficult to determine the original structure of the pit. Numerous companies and private individuals in the 20th century, including American actor John Wayne and U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, invested in treasure hunting efforts on Oak Island throughout the 1900s. Since the early 2000s, Michigan natives Rick and Marty Lagina have been leading a well-publicized modern-day treasure hunt documented on the History Channel's series The Curse of Oak Island. Each expedition faces a number of challenges. Many believe that the pit is booby-trapped with tunnels leading from the ocean, which flood the pit at a certain depth. Efforts to pump out the water have been largely unsuccessful. The original depth and configuration of the Money Pit are unknown due to the numerous excavations and collapses over the years. Over the years, 6 people have died in various accidents during the treasure hunts. The financial cost of these ventures has also been immense, with many investors facing financial ruin. Recent excavations have employed state-of-the-art technology, including sonar scans, metal detectors, and advanced drilling techniques, but the mystery persists. Various artifacts have been found, wooden fragments, coins, and even a lead cross, but nothing that conclusively proves the existence of a significant treasure. The Oak Island mystery has captivated treasure hunters and mystery enthusiasts for over 2 centuries, but despite this long history of attempts and investigations, the island has yet to give up its secrets. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart, one of the most famous aviators of her time, has been a subject of fascination, speculation, and numerous investigations for decades. Earhart, along with her navigator, Fred Noonan, disappeared while attempting to circumnavigate the globe in 1937. Their last confirmed location was near Howland Island in the Pacific Ocean. Amelia Earhart had already made a name for herself with various aviation records, including being the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Her 1937 attempt to fly around the world was a highly publicized venture. She was flying a Lockheed Electra 10E, specifically fitted for the long journey. The plan was to fly westward from Oakland, California, stopping at various points around the globe for refueling and maintenance. By June 1937, Earhart and Noonan had made it about 3/4 of the way around the world and had arrived in Papua New Guinea. On July 2, 1937, they took off from Lae, Papua New Guinea, aiming for Howland Island, a tiny U.S.-owned island in the Central Pacific Ocean, about 2,556 miles away. The U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca was stationed near Howland Island to help guide Earhart's plane for landing using radio communications. However, something went wrong. Despite several radio transmissions indicating that they were near the island, Earhart and Noonan never arrived. The last radio message received from Earhart indicated that they were flying along the line of position, but they could not see the island or the ship, and fuel was running low. A massive search operation was launched, making it the most extensive air and sea search in naval history at the time. Despite the efforts, no trace of the aircraft or its occupants were found. Several theories have been proposed to explain their disappearance. The most straightforward theory is that they ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean, sinking almost immediately. Some believe that Earhart and Noonan may have landed on Gardner Island, surviving for the time as castaways. Various expeditions to the island have found artifacts like shoe parts and a sextant box, but nothing definitively linked to Earhart or Noonan. Another theory suggests that they were captured by Japanese forces, possibly after landing on one of the Marshall Islands. There's anecdotal evidence from residents of the Marshall Islands and some formerly classified documents that fuel this speculation, but no concrete proof exists. Over the years, various other theories have been proposed, ranging from Earhart living out her life under a different identity to being an American spy, although these are largely considered to be speculative or outright fabrications. Recent technological advancements have allowed for more sophisticated searches. Satellite imagery, underwater autonomous vehicles, and advanced sonar technology have all been employed to scour the ocean floor around the last known location, but so far they have yielded no definitive evidence. Despite the various investigations and technological advancements, the disappearance of Amelia Earhart remains one of the most enduring mysteries in the annals of aviation history. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please take a moment and hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future uploads. Until next time, stay curious.